I gotta remember how to do this intro again. Avs rookies lose to the Vegas Golden Knights rookies 7-6 in Game 1 of the rookie tournament. Now, of course, a couple of stipulations here on this game. Number one, it is a rookie tournament in early September, so you really can't take a whole lot out of this, even though I'm going to try to do that. Number two, this game had some issues with its stream. I basically missed the entire second half of the second period, and then most of the third period was watched on a pretty low quality feed, so again, you can't take a ton from it, but really, NHL, come on. You can't get a quality stream running for these games. There are kids out here streaming Fortnite at 1080p for 6 hours straight with no issues. You can be better than that. Because of those issues, unfortunately, this video is going to be a lot more of my talking head than highlights, so sorry about that, but I guess it's better than nothing. The first period of this game was a total disaster for the Avalanche. It would be a parade to the penalty box for a number of rookies, and the Golden Knights would jam 5 goals down their throats in the period while the Avs would not pick up any. It was hard to take a ton from this period because of that, other than the PK is going to need some work. And at 5-on-5, the defense was pretty sloppy. They were struggling to maintain puck possession and get it out of the zone cleanly. There were even a couple of plays, one from Josh Anderson, where a turnover basically led directly to a goal. In fact, on the game as a whole, or at least what I could see of it, most of the defense was probably a negative. The only neutral to positive players were definitely Sergei Boykov, who injured all of last year. It was nice to see him back in a game situation, and he had some decent offensive plays there as well. And then Milosh was okay. I don't know if I'd give him a positive. He did take a penalty in the first period there, but he wasn't just completely losing the puck in the defensive zone. Offensively in the first, the Avs got a decent number of chances. A number of guys had good opportunities. Henry had a breakaway. JC Beaudin created a 2-on-1. Ty Lewis really was the biggest positive forward in that period for me, as he was consistently providing an offensive presence, and that would continue through the rest of the game for him. One of the biggest negatives of this period, though, was the goaltender, Petr Kavacha. He really needed to make a few saves to bail the Avs out on some of those penalties, and they just couldn't get one from him. So for the most part, let's just pretend that that first period never really happened and look at the rest of this game, and then we have a lot more positive things to talk about. The second period would be much more competitive, and we actually have some good things and even highlights to show you from there. The Avs would do a better job staying out of the box. They'd even get some power plays of their own. They wouldn't score on it, but shortly after, they would put their first goal into the net. As the puck heads up to the point here in the Avs zone, you're going to see Logan O'Connor chasing, getting to it, and chipping it past the defenseman, creating a rush up the ice with him and Ty Lewis. As they gain the zone, Ty Lewis is going to find JC Beaudin as the third man in on this odd man rush. Beaudin gets in deep all the way to roughly the high slot before feeding back to Lewis as O'Connor goes to the front of the net. Lewis is set up for a nice one-timer on net here. Doesn't manage to put it in the back of the net, but creates a good rebound that squibs out to the far side, where O'Connor has gained position and he puts it into the open net. And those two, Ty Lewis and Logan O'Connor, were the biggest positive of this game for me. They both provided consistent quality. They played in all situations, PK, PP, and 5-on-5, and they showed some good chemistry together. An option in the AHL to stick them on a line and add someone else could be very possible in the coming season. Vegas would add another goal on Kavacha to make it 6-1 that he never saw shortly after that, and then Kavacha would get pulled for Annunen. It was right around that point that the stream went down, so through the rest of the second period, I didn't really get to see what happened. While the stream was down, the Avs would add one goal from the same two. This time Lewis would get the goal and O'Connor would be the setup man. Thankfully, at the end of the second period and through most of the third period, AJ Hayfley from BSN Denver would periscope the game, so we at least had some kind of feed to watch and get a feel for it. For real, thank BSN Denver and AJ for that. It was a big help to actually be able to watch this game. Also, if he can stream it just fine from his phone on Periscope, you would think the NHL could do it on their camera, but you know. with the phone feed, the Avs would come out screaming in the third period. Just a couple of seconds in, a scramble in the offensive zone would lead to a big rebound, and Brandon Sagen would knock that one in. Brandon Sagen's strong shot is supposed to be one of his best skills. When you combine that with his size, if he can consistently clean up rebounds, that would be a good thing for him earning a contract with the Avs. The Avs would give up another power play goal to Vegas shortly after, but after that, Sagen would basically have a repeat of his first goal in this period, again just knocking home a rebound. So now the score is 7-4, and the Avs would keep pushing in the third, and they would eventually get another one off of a very nice snipe from Matt Boucher, an amateur tryout trying to earn a contract here. Finally, at that point, the regular stream came back online, and it came back just in time. If you're not yet convinced by Logan O'Connor, check out this goal. O'Connor streaking up the near side here. He's going to gain the zone and then have a beautiful toe drag around this defenseman, get into a shooting area, put the shot on net. It's going to get saved initially, but he sticks with it, follows it up, and puts it in. I was definitely skeptical when the Avs signed Logan O'Connor, and again, this is just a rookie game, but it's certainly a way to leave a good impression. If he can keep up play like this, he could change my mind real fast. So somehow the Avs turned a 5-0 deficit into a down by one scoreline of 7-6 with still a good amount of time left in the third period. They would even get a couple of power play chances in the second half of the third, but they just couldn't quite seem to convert. In part, this was because their top line was pretty disappointing. Cal looked okay, had a couple of nice chances at times, but Shivarev and Kamenev really did not look great tonight. Kamenev particularly seemed to really struggle with his passes. There were a couple of possessions where he would fire a pass right into a Vegas player and then recover the puck and repeat the same thing again. Not going to put a ton of stock in that because he's played about 5 games in the past 10 months or so there's that, but it's something he definitely needs to clean up quickly. There was a lot of sloppiness up and down the lineup. It's clear that these kids haven't played together for very long. A lot of passes that kind of just went to areas instead of sticks and things like that. But still, it was nice to see a lot of the Avs rookies all in the same place playing in a real-ish game situation. If nothing else, I'm just happy that hockey in Avs jerseys is back. That is the end of this rookie game video review. Thank you for watching. There is another rookie game coming up tonight at 6 p.m. Mountain Time against Anaheim, and then another one on Monday afternoon against the Sharks. So we have a couple more rookie games to cover here. Hopefully the streams for those ones are more consistent. I'm Rudo3, and should I shave my beard for the start of the regular season? Yes or no?